I'm JT Dabbs, Scout Executive of the Greater Alabama Council, Boy Scouts of America, and I wanted to update each of you on the status of the membership standard discussion that has been going on for the past several months. First, let me bring you up to date on what has happened. Back in early February, the Executive Committee of the Boy Scouts of America proposed a change in our membership standards that would allow the local charter organization the option, if they wanted to or not, to approve adults and youth for membership that were homosexual. This proposal was met with a lot of discussion, both inside and outside of the BSA. The Executive Board of the Boy Scouts of America, based on feedback from our council and all around the country, decided that they needed to take the time to listen to our scouting family and then use that feedback to consider a change. That feedback or listening phase involved local councils and a variety of national groups, including many of our national charter organizations. Our council responded through a feedback form that we had set up, and we have communicated to you every step of the way. Recently, the Executive Committee of the Boy Scouts of America proposed a new membership resolution so that membership in the Boy Scouts of America will be open to all youth who meet a specific membership requirement to join Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Varsity Scouts, Sea Scouts, and venturing programs. Membership in any program of the Boy Scouts of America requires the youth member to subscribe to and abide by the values expressed in the Scout Oath and Law, subscribe to and abide by the precepts of the Declaration of Religious Principle, duty to God, and demonstrate behavior that exemplifies the highest level of good conduct and respect for others and is consistent at all times with the values expressed in the Scout Oath and Law. No youth may be denied membership in the Boy Scouts of America on the basis of sexual orientation or preference alone. Also, the resolution states that the Boy Scouts of America will maintain its current membership policy for all adult leaders. This motion will be presented to the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America on May 24th, 2013 at the BSA National Annual Meeting. A vote will be held, but for local council representatives, the Greater Alabama Council has 5 of those. Also voting will be members of the National Executive Board, regional executive committees, members at large who are elected by the National Council at its national annual meeting, and persons who become members of the national standing committees and members of our regional committees. If the motion is passed, it will be effective January 1st, 2014. If it does not, then that's it and we move forward. We have gathered your feedback in 3 different ways. First, we ask you to tell us what you thought of the original proposal that was presented back in February. Your responses indicated to us that 90% of our volunteers, parents, and charter organizations were against any change in that membership standard. Then the Voice of the Scout survey was sent out in March by the National Council, and those results told us, in response to many questions, your opinion. One question in particular: the current Boy Scouts of America requirements prohibit open homosexuals from being scouts or adult scout leaders. And to what extent do you support or oppose this requirement? 76.5% of you totally supported that, 11.3% totally opposed. Our final gathering of data has focused on our charter organization representatives and our executive board. We have asked those voting members of our council if they supported or did not support the proposed standard of eliminating the restriction on homosexual youth from joining scouting. So far, those voting members are telling us that 65% do not support the change, 23% do support, and 12% have no opinion. These 3 sets of data will be used by our voting delegates to determine the will of our council. Links to all this data are included with this video message, or you can visit our website at onebsa.org. I can only speak to you as a Scout Executive of the Greater Alabama Council. I, like you, was surprised that this issue has come up and that we're having this discussion now. But I'm proud of our board and our staff and how they've handled this situation. We recognize that there are differing views on this subject, and we all approach it differently based on our faith, our culture, our beliefs. We felt that we could best serve you by being totally open and transparent and giving you the information as we received it. It is not our role to speak out against the Boy Scouts of America. Our role is to listen to you, which we did, and to share your feedback with the national organization, which we did, and then provide your wishes to our voting members, which we have also done. This has been a difficult issue, and it has divided many of our volunteers. It has distracted our council and others from our core mission. And I hope that whichever way you feel about this issue, you can find a way to continue work on behalf of the youth that we serve. Young people often lose their way in society. They face astonishing pressure, and they need our dedicated volunteers who make a difference. I hope you can focus on our youth and continue to work together, delivering the promise of Scouting to all. Thanks for taking the time to let me know your feelings, and thanks for all that you do for Scouting.